back to Neighborhood Niches. As you can see, I'm standing in front of the Somerset Town Hall. This little community is nestled between Bethesda and Chevy Chase. There are just over 400 homes, and it encompasses only a quarter square mile.
The town of Somerset dates back to 1890, when 5 Department of Agriculture scientists purchased 50 acres of farmland to set up a residential community. 5 original streets were established in the town and still remain today: Dorset, Warwick, Surrey, Cumberland, and Essex, all named after English counties. We'll see more of this genteel little town in just a bit, but first, let's learn more about the character of Somerset. There are about 1,200 people who live in Somerset. The median age for a Somerset resident is 45. An average household in Somerset consists of 3 people, and the median income for the town is just over $144,000. The town is home to Somerset Elementary School and is served by Westland Middle and Bethesda Chevy Chase High School.
The next item is the town.
Somerset is an incorporated town that handles its own services. There is a mayor and 5 council members who are elected every 4 years. Jeffrey Slavin has been mayor since 2008. He calls Somerset an oasis.
We protect our trees. We maintain a beautiful streetscape. We also have been spent the last 4 or 5 decades keeping development at a minimum in the area.
Slavin moved to Somerset from Friendship Heights more than 15 years ago because, he says, he liked the small town feel of the community, but he could still easily get to the metro and the Beltway. He says it's a neighborhood where folks know one another by name.
They're just well connected, and different neighborhoods in the town have gatherings. People get together and everybody knows each other.
Marnie Shaw has served on the Somerset Town Council for more than 10 years.
The people who live here, I think, are extremely bright and very engaged in life in general. They're busy people with families, but they also have an interest in making sure that the place that they live is a very special place. The neighborliness really brings people together in a way that they feel a part of a community instead of being just a part of a huge area where they don't have much influence over their daily lives.
Somerset Elementary opened its doors to 138 students in 1928. Catherine Bricker served as principal of the school from the time it opened until her retirement in 1965. She described the school building as hideous, with just 1 clock and 1 telephone in the hall. The bell was rung by hand in the principal's office, and the child who had that job felt very important. Today, there are close to 600 students at the school, which was rebuilt and reopened in 2005. Somerset celebrated its 100th anniversary just 10 years ago, and to mark that milestone, a book was published highlighting the history of the town. Donna Harmon contributed to the publication. She is a member of one of the many Somerset families who have lived in the town for generations. Tell me a little bit about what was the most interesting thing, first and foremost, off the bat, that you found out when you were putting this book together.
I think the character of the early people, the fact that it was done by scientists, and also the second thing was the development of the new part of Somerset down there. That all was auctioned off right after World War II, 1946. And builders came in and bought tracts of land. So we actually had 2 separate Somersets at that point. And a lot of the people that moved there are now in their 90s and they still live here.
And when you travel the leafy streets of Somerset, you understand why. The homes are surrounded by a canopy of trees that are maintained by a town arborist, and the town council requires homeowners to present plans for teardowns and other renovations before making any major changes. Before making any major change to a house, the owners must get the approval from their neighbors. Mayor Slavin says town staff works to make sure all issues are resolved as amicably as possible.
And actually, our staff is kind of like a concierge at a hotel, because we're one-stop shopping. When people have a problem with their mail, they don't call Congressman Van Hollen, they call our town hall. And the same with everything else with the county, they come to us first.
Though the town of Somerset manages itself, it does have a good working relationship with the county council. Roger Berliner is the council's representative to Somerset. He says Somerset emulates the meaning of community.
They're great partners with our county council. They're a great partner of mine. They were helping us fight the Pepco-Exelon merger because they said this is not a good thing. So they're active, they're engaged, and they take care of one another.
There are several events sponsored by the town, including Bike Day.
And happy riding, happy safe riding.
We stopped by and talked to homegrown resident and councilman Dudley Folks, the man behind the scenes of this event.
I worked at a farmer's market a couple years ago down at Glover Park, and we do a bike clinic where we just have people come by and just say, look at my bike, is there anything wrong with it? And we do the best we can just to kind of fix it up for nothing.
And we found plenty of folks at Bike Day who use that mode of transportation on a daily basis and were more than happy to sing the praises of their charming community.
One of the great things, if you are a biker, is you're right next to the Capitol Crescent Trail.
Neighbors know each other, they look after each other, kids are able to play in a safe environment.
But probably the most beloved niche in the town of Somerset is the pool. Almost everyone we spoke to said it's a favorite gathering place for residents of all generations.
The pool is a huge social center in the summertime, particularly for the kids. So the teenagers are down there, they have picnics, there's a place you can cook.
Somerset sits right on the border of Washington, D.C., and over the years it's been able to keep that sense of community in an ever-changing environment, which is why Donna Harmon says she's staying.
This is where my roots are. So they will take me out feet first.